All right, everyone, welcome back to IteariTV. My name is Iteari. Today, I'm going to be showing you any crafty or stationery items that I find in this store, Gabe's. Gabe's is another version of a Ross, and I'm aware that a lot of my followers have never heard of Gabe's and you guys don't have Gabe's in your states, but in North Carolina, we have a few Gabe's stores sprinkled throughout the state, and this is one of my favorite ones to come to. This one is a little further from me, but I do enjoy this one. So I'm going to show you what I can find. The prices are very similar to Ross. Their clothing and shoes and home and stationery items are always very inexpensive. You can become a member here and get coupons, which makes it a little different from Ross and a little better from Ross in that way. But I do love to peep into Gabe's every now and then to see what they have. So let's go on in and see what we can find. Alrighty, so we are going to enter the store and grab a little basket. I did not do any shopping this particular day. I plan to go back and do some shopping though. I love the prices at Gabe's. They're very reasonable for the things that are in here. It's just like Ross to me. This is a huge Gabe's. This Gabe's is bigger than Ross, most Rosses that you'll go into. We're going to spend a lot of time looking at the jewelry and looking at items in this section because I have become a huge fan of the idea of breaking apart jewelry and breaking apart these wristlets for the beads and the charms and all the things. Look at how beautiful these beads are on this phone case wristlet. Only $6. These beads are absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't want to break it apart, you can use this as a journal keychain to link on the side of the journal because there are like clips on it. Look at that pearl heart charm there. I love, love, love that. This easily will clip on a journal. So I spent a lot of time in this jewelry section because I was seeing all of the things and the ideas were running through my head. These spiders are beautiful. Look at that chain that they're dangling on. Like imagine taking off that top part or curling that top part with one of your beadable tools and then putting it on a jump ring and then putting it on a journal. I know a lot of people break apart jewelry. Look at these bracelets. I actually have, I think I've purchased bracelets that look like this to make my own beadable bracelets. I may have it in my Amazon cart. I actually don't know yet if I've purchased these. But you can buy bracelets that look like this, that you slide the bigger beads on, and you can make your own bracelets. And I do plan to do that. But I love these as well. These are such great inspiration. They were either $5.99 or $6.99. $6.99. These are such beautiful inspiration on what you can do yourself. And then I'm looking at these earrings, just looking at the charms dangling. I mean, only $5. The possibilities are sort of endless now that I've purchased certain tools and I've been watching a lot of tutorials and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. I love those dangles. I mean, that's nothing but a dangle waiting to happen. And then look at this huge beaded necklace for $5. Those beads are beautiful. I would not keep that as a necklace. I would absolutely cut that apart. To me, that is worth the $5 for all those beads that you get. Absolutely love that. Everything is crafting. And then I'm looking at these earrings and I'm starting to look at how the earrings are made now, like how they're put on the jump ring, what's holding different pieces together. Like my eyes are paying very close attention to these things now where they weren't before. Look at those. Nothing but a dangle. Look at how easy you could link that chain to a jump ring and then link it on something else. And that's what I'm looking at here in this jewelry aisle. Some jewelry can be easily used as flatbacks as well. We're going to look at some Halloween jewelry that was pretty much just flatbacks put on an earring. Here are some more beads that are really pretty that I would cut apart for $5.99. And then once you cut them off the chain, you can still reuse the chain. And there are different jewelry tools you can use to snip chains apart, of course. Here's some more big beads. Now these I loved. I'm pointing to the jump ring there because I'm like, you can take the earring piece off and use that acrylic piece on a keychain. Then they had the little composition notebooks. Stunning. And you don't have to be a teacher to appreciate these composition notebooks. $3.99. You cannot beat that price. Absolutely love those. Love those composition notebooks. And then they have the little apples, and you can see the charms there. Easily take that earring piece off and create some dangles. And then I found these earrings. Look at how pretty those are. I would probably keep those as earrings. I think those are really pretty. Those are $5. Here are some Halloween-inspired earrings. You could definitely use those as flatbacks or as charms. Those earrings there were pretty heavy for $3.49. Like, the gems on those are really pretty. I loved the idea of these for $3.50. I want to use those as flatbacks. Those little gummy bears and those bows and those little mushrooms. I love those. For $3.50, like, you cannot beat that. And then these were $4. I would keep those as earrings. I like those. And then look at the beads on this one. And I'm looking at like how they're hooked on. If you're a jewelry maker, I'm starting to really appreciate the intensity of how you guys do what you do. And I'm like, okay, I can break the top off or curl the top and then just use those on my journal. Now let's talk about these retractable badge holders. I am in love. Look at these shaker retractable badge holders. I know that these are supposed to be mainly catered to nurses, but some of these don't have nurse anywhere on them. And I'm like, okay, what are we about to do with all of the retractable badge charms that I'm about to haul? And look at this one. They put beads on this one. Giving up is not an option. I got to figure out if I can purchase retractable badge holders that I can customize myself. But I want to take these and see what I can do with them as far as like clipping them on a journal, because the back is nothing but a clip. So I'm like, look at that football. It is so cute. They have teacher inspired ones too, but these can be whatever you want them to be. Look at this little cat. It's fine. I actually like that cat. This is a nurse one. The first nurse one that I kind of pulled up. Here's the second nurse one. But what crafty things do you guys do with retractable badge holders? Because I'm about to buy a bunch of them whenever I go back. So let me know your ideas, because I just want to clip them to journals. That's all I want to do. I was looking at these cherry bags. You can use those as craft bags. Those were only like $20. I could not find a price on this particular cherry bag. Thought it was cute. It's like a wannabe Louis looking bag, but I would definitely use these as travel craft bags. Definitely use these as travel craft bags. I was trying not to get distracted. And of course, I had to look at the hair bows because I break apart hair bows and use these items as flatbacks. And these were only $3. And I loved how these looked. I would love to use these on a project. Or you can use these as like paper clips on a project, because you just clip them on the paper. So you could keep these as is. And I love the packaging. I've been keeping all of my packaging because I'm planning to journal with my packaging. And now that I've learned the term like glue book, I realize that I think I'm planning to glue book with my packaging. I just haven't done it yet, but I will make a video for that. And here are some Christmas inspired retractable badge clips. What are we doing with these? I'm gonna clip these on journals. Like, I'm going back to get these. Look at that Highland cow. If they're even there. Look at that shaker cupcake. What are we doing with these guys? I feel like these need to be on charms. These need to be on journals. These need to be clipped inside your junk journal. Is there anything I'm missing? Like, what else can we do? Look at these earrings. $1. Look at that penguin in that Christmas tree. He better stop being so cute. Look at that sloth. So the badge holders are like $5 a pop, but they're totally worth it. Those acrylic pieces. Oh, and these hair bows here. I was looking at how these hair bows were clipped, how the gems were clipped on the bows. And I was like, I could probably take a tool and open them and slide them off, and then take the tool and squeeze them back on a pin. There was only one pack of those, so I probably should have got those when I saw them, because I thought they were really pretty. Here are the earrings I was saying that you could use as flatbacks. That's nothing but flatbacks put on earrings that somebody made with resin. That is really nice. Those are really nice. Here's some more bead bracelets I would cut apart. I love those colors. Some more packaging I would keep. Everything is crafting, guys. Everything is crafting. Now, there is a true stationery aisle in this store that we're going to go down, but I spent a lot of time near the hair bows and the jewelry because I was thinking about all the things I could break apart. Those ghosty earrings were cute. Look at these huge acrylic keychains for only $5. You know how much those would be in TJ Maxx, y'all? Those would be like $15 in TJ Maxx. Look at this for only $2. You guys know how much that would be in TJ Maxx. This was marked down to $2. Some more stitched hair bows. $3.99. I mean, that's Stitch, y'all. Like, these prices at Gabe's are amazing. I love them. Completely worth it. Completely worth the buy. Love these shaker hair bows. And I'm filling these acrylic pieces on top of the hair bows. Here's a Mickey one. This one is a shoelace charms. So the shoelaces are separate and then the charms are already separate for you. So if you're a Disney person, here are some Disney charms for you. Only $4. Here's a collapsible cup kit that was $9, which I thought was so cute. So cute. I tried to collapse the cup, but I couldn't with one hand. It was just a lot going on, but it collapses. It's a strawberry. There was only one of those left as well. I thought those were really cute. So here's the stationery aisle. Look at this balloon dog journal. You guys saw me do a Walgreens walk around, and you know in Walgreens this would have been $12.99. You guys at Gabe's, it's $4. Look at how pretty this journal is. And the paper wasn't bad. Then you have a journal with a pen set. You can find these all day in the Burlington store. This one is $5.99. This one is cheaper than what you would find in TJ Maxx for sure. This is more similar to Burlington and Ross prices. And it comes with a pen, so that's really cute. Then I was looking at this shaker mushroom journal I think this one was $4 as well. Yeah, $4. Love it. And I have this planner. This planner is $6.50. I actually own this. I purchased this a long time ago and I did a flip through in a very old haul, but they still had this one in there. I love how the pages are decorated. You literally don't have to use stickers at all. But if you did, you could find floral stickers or whatever stickers you wanted with the same color pattern to add to it, but they completely decorated the pages of this planner for you. And it comes with dot grid pages and all kinds of different layouts. They do have markers in this store. These were only $5. Those are giant liquid chalk markers. And then here are some of those furry journals for only $8. That's why I said in my Kohl's video, don't ever buy these types of journals at Kohl's. Kohl's has these same journals for $12.99. I own this bear journal right here. Kohl's had that exact brown bear journal for $12.99 last year. Ridiculous. These sketchbooks are $5.99. You can't beat that. I love this bee one and the bow one. Really pretty. Really pretty. We also have some more journal sets. This bow journal set with the pen is very nice for only $5.99. And then we have a regular journal for only $4, a classic journal. And you can use this for any of your creative journaling needs or to actually write in it if you need a journal. This hardback journal is really cute. And all the pages have that border at the bottom. So that's a nice touch. Then we have these stationery kits that Kohl's was charging like $12.99 for. You guys remember that in that video? These are $7.99 at Gabe's. Don't ever buy anything like this at Kohl's. If you don't have a Gabe's, go to Ross. That's the capybara one I was trying to get to. I love those capybaras, how those look. And then I was checking the price. They're $7.99. Kohl's had the same type of kits for $12.99. Here's a clipboard container for $9. I thought this one was really pretty. clipboard storage case, and it came with colored pencils and stuff. That's really pretty, actually. I would love to use that as a storage container. And then they had these Click watercolor pens by Artify. I'm not familiar with this brand, a 12 count. So I can't attest to if this brand is any good, but I love the packaging. And they're only, I think they were $5.99. And then this is probably the most expensive thing I had seen at this point for $12.99. This D-ring binder by Yobi or Yubi. I've seen this brand before. And it has the sturdy dividers in here. I don't think these are gonna move much. And then we see the other pens and pencils. These Post-its were only $3. These motivation Post-its. That's a wonderful price for those. And that's the Post-it brand, y'all. You know how much something like that would be in Staples? A lot. A lot more than $3. And then they have alcohol markers, just like Ross does. This is by Artify. So these are $7.99. So Ross has different brands and Gabe's has different brands, but like the packaging is very similar. Then I saw these really pretty color pencils. Look how pretty those are. They're short and stubby. They're really pretty. They're only $5. These would be very aesthetically pleasing on your desk. And then they have the King Art supplies as well. I went back to look at the color pencils because I wanted to look at more of them. And then they have these little miniature sketchbooks, which are really cute. These dinosaur ones. The paper felt really good, actually, like almost like a slight gloss on top of the page. And the paper was a little thick for only $2.99, I think it was. And we have some of the King Art markers. These are $4.99. We have the stamp markers for $4.99. I don't have stamp markers with these particular designs on them, so this one I could have actually got because I don't have these ones with the mushrooms and the question marks and the like fingers and the umbrellas. These were different stamps than I'd seen. I have some stamp markers from Ollies, but they aren't anything like this. Here's some brush markers by, these are only $2.99. Oh, I just realized that these were Flomo for $3. This is cheaper than the Burlington store price for Flomo, and I like Flomo. I really like Flomo. These washable markers are only $2. They have unibrands. That's why I was saying in my Walgreens video, do not get unibrands from Walgreens. Look at this, $5. You can also get these in Big Lots. And they have these LOL hair chalk markers for $2. These prices are amazing. Then they had these, the 24 count of the foam brushes for only $4. It's a great price for those. Looking at the table, I don't know how much those are. I didn't lift those up. And then they have the King Art acrylics. You get 18 for only $6. It's a great price for that. King Art is a pretty good brand. I mean, I think I have some. I don't remember which markers I have. I think I have some alcohol markers. And then you have the blending stumps, which I thought was really neat. These are only $3 to blend out your coloring. Those are probably really good tools to have. I probably need those in my stash. And they had some kids paint brushes. I liked these because these had different colors. They were only $4. And then they had this craft paint set for only $2, y'all. These prices are amazing. If you've never been inside of Gabe's and you live in North Carolina, you should definitely take it for a spin. Here are some Crazy Art color pencils for $1.99. And then we're going to circle back here to these King Art mixed media gel sticks that are only, how much did it say there? I think it was $8.99. But y'all, I paid like quadruple the price for those at Barnes & Noble's. The same ones. The same ones. And it's too late to take them back now. And those are really good too. They're really good. Here's some tissue paper. You can always use that in your crafting. And then these are some really cute journal kits, journal and charm kits. This one was $7. This is a stationery set. And then this was a journals with charms for $6. I love the charms on this. And then this gummy bear diary. This is so cute for only $6.99. I may go back and get that. That is too cute. That reminds me of my crafty friend Amira. She would love that. And then here are some little mini stationery sets for $5. You can find these almost anywhere. Ross has these too. Little mini backpack sets. So cute for $5. You can travel with these. Little calico cat there for $5. And they have regular journals. I was feeling the heart there because you could feel the little notches on it. I don't know how much those were though. Probably only $2 if I could take a guess. And then they had these large Hello Kitty coloring and activity sets. These were only $6, and that's very inexpensive for Hello Kitty. And this is cheaper than what it would be in Ross. Ross would have these priced up a little bit more for sure. And then I took some time looking at this bead making kit because I was like, man, this is great. For not just for kids, but for adults. This is only $20. It gives you the resin and the dye and the mix and the charms and a full set of instructions on how to make your own clay beads. I thought this was brilliant. Then here's another one on how to make your own bead and charms. I was looking at that one. This one is the clay beads. The other one was the resin. I feel like I myself need those kits, not just kids. And that one's only $15. In Hobby Lobby, those would be at least $22 for sure. Here are more Unibrands items that you can get for really inexpensive prices here at Gabe's at the top shelf. There's a random like hair and body mist, regular $5 but marked down to $3. And then here are some gift bags. I love the quality of how the gift bags feel because you can cut those images out and use them as pieces of ephemera. And then I'm going to just sort of walk around the store a little bit as I wrap up this video just so you can see the type of things that Gabe's has. This particular Gabe's is humongous. Of course, they have the Halloween things out and the home goods items out. They had a few things out that could be used for Summerween. And the prices are just really unbeatable. They rival Ross, but to me they're a little bit cheaper than Ross. And you get really great quality items or the same items that you see in other stores. But I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on my other channels that will be linked in the description. I'll have my Crafty playlist linked where you can see my other haul videos and where you can see my creative videos. Make sure you watch my clip series, which stands for Creative Life in Progress, because I do a lot of store walkthroughs in those videos as well. My daily like shopping vlogs and things of that nature. So make sure you watch that series. Look at how stunning these pictures are. Love those. It'd be perfect to spice up your craft room. That one says, "Another martini, please." I love that one. I feel like they have some really pretty home decor. I was looking at that huge Wicked sign there. And the store stays pretty neat for the most part. I mean, we have some stuff that was, on the floor, but it's not crazy. Usually the aisles are very clear. And in the back, they have rugs and things as well. Pillows, shoes, and clothes. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the craft aisle.